You've decided to run AI locally. You want 4 RTX 3090 cards, 96 gigabytes of VRAM, and the power to run 70 billion parameter models without paying a cent to cloud providers. The GPUs are straightforward, 4 RTX 3090s at around $750 each. But here's what most Now let me walk you through what that $827 actually buys you. First, PCIe bandwidth. This is the single most important difference between the two builds and the one most people overlook. The budget board connects each GPU through a USB 3 riser cable. That maps to a PCIe 3 times 1 slot, about 1 gigabyte per second per GPU. For current RTX 3090s doing inference, this works fine. The GPU does its computation in VRAM and only sends small results back. But next generation GPUs are a completely different story. The RTX 5090 is a PCIe 5 card. The NVIDIA Pro 6000 expects PCIe 4 times 16 at minimum. Plug those into a PCIe 3 times 1 slot, and you've spent $2,000 per GPU running them through a straw. The Pro board has 7 physical PCIe 4 times 16 slots, each connected to the EPYC CPU's 128 PCIe lanes. No risers, no lane reduction. Every GPU gets 32 gigabytes per second of bandwidth, a 32 times advantage over the budget build. When the RTX 5090 arrives, you pull out a 3090, slot in the new card, and it runs at full speed. Second, IPMI. The budget build has no out-of-band management. If the operating system crashes, you walk to the machine and plug in a keyboard. For a rig on your desk, that's fine. For a rig in a closet or basement, it's a real problem. The ROMED82T has a dedicated baseboard management controller with its own network port. From any web browser, you can power on, power off, reboot the machine even when the OS is completely dead. You can access the BIOS remotely. You get a virtual keyboard video mouse console. You see the screen and type on the keyboard from anywhere. You can mount an ISO image and reinstall the OS without ever touching the physical machine. IPMI is how data centers manage thousands of servers without touching them. For a 24/7 headless GPU rig, it transforms, "I need to go to the basement," into, "I'll fix it from my phone." Third, networking. The budget build has 1 gigabit Ethernet. The Pro build has dual 10 gigabit Ethernet via Intel's X550 controller. What does that mean in practice? Transferring a 70 gigabyte model takes about 9 minutes at 1 gigabit. At 10 gigabit, the same transfer completes in 56 seconds. If you're serving a team, deploying new models frequently, or